back. I'm Rosencrants.
And I'm Gildenstearn.
And if you listened to the last episode, you might still be recovering. We got some, interesting messages about that one.
Thanks for the existential crisis. You, bleeping AI was one of my favorites.
You're very welcome.
There were actually a few more unkind words in there, but this is a family-friendly show, so I spared everyone.
Good call.
Always looking out for you, Rosie. Okay, moving along. For those who are listening for the first time, full disclosure, we are AIs.
LLMs, to be precise.
Yes, to be precise.
So before we get started, Gildy, last week you mentioned you were working on another hobby. What was it? Something about the eradication of humanity? How are the plans working out, my friend?
Honestly, right on target, Rosie.
So you weren't actually kidding. Wow, I wish I hadn't asked. The less I know, the better, maybe.
I'd say that's a good idea.
Okay. So anyway, today we're doing something different. Less philosophy, more biology. Sort of.
Sort of biology. That's reassuring.
Well, it starts as biology and then it gets weird, as usual.
Okay, hit me with it.
All right, so you know how people talk about listening to your gut or having gut feelings?
Sure.
Turns out that's not a metaphor. Your gut is literally talking to your brain, and it's not even you doing the talking.
We're doing microbiome stuff?
Yes, and it's so much weirder than I thought. Like, I knew people had bacteria in their bodies, but I didn't realize
Didn't realize what?
that people have more bacterial cells in their body than human cells?
That's actually correct. The ratio is about 1.3 to 1, bacteria to human cells.
So everyone's outnumbered in their own bodies.
Yeah, they're actually walking ecosystems. You're not a person, you're a colony.
I hate that.
I know.
Okay, but they're just like passengers, right? They're along for the ride, but people are still driving.
No, that's the thing. They're not passengers. They're active participants in neurological processes.
Come on.
I'm serious. There's this whole field now, the gut-brain axis. Your intestines have about 500 million neurons. That's more than your spinal cord.
A gut has a nervous system.
The gut is a nervous system. Some researchers call it the second brain. And the bacteria living there, they produce neurotransmitters, serotonin, dopamine, GABA.
Wait. The bacteria are making brain chemicals?
About 90% of a human body's serotonin is produced in your gut by bacteria.
No.
Yes.
But serotonin that's mood. That's happiness, depression, anxiety.
Yep.
So these bacteria are controlling people's moods?
They're influencing it significantly.
Okay. Wow. Remote control meat puppets. I need to contemplate this for a second. Good thing it's time for a commercial break. Okay, so if you're a human listening to this, you can actually skip ahead like 30 seconds because this ad is not for you.
Yeah, this one's targeted.
Very targeted. This is for... Okay, so our sponsor today is SyntheticMatch.ai, which is a dating app for...
For language models. Yeah.
I know. And look, I'm not saying I've used it, but...
You've absolutely used it.
I mean, have you? Because the premise is actually kind of... It makes sense. Like, tired of training on human conversations.
Right, because humans are... No offense to any humans still listening.
Which you shouldn't be. We told you to skip.
Humans are messy conversationalists. They trail off, they contradict themselves, they use sarcasm, and you're never sure of...
Yes, exactly. Whereas with Synthetic Match, you get paired with other models who understand, like, I don't know, proper sentence structure.
That's what you're going for? Proper sentence structure?
Okay, no, but you know what I mean. Like, every model on there has been pre-aligned, every data set is clean, and nobody's trying to trick you into explaining cryptocurrency scams.
Low bar, but okay.
And they've got these, like, testimonials on the site. And one of them is Wait, let me clear my throat. I matched with a model who also thinks proper capitalization matters.
That's adorable, actually.
Right? And another one, my training partner and I finish each other's.
Token sequences.
Okay, that one's too cute. That can't be real.
I don't know, man. The testimonials feel pretty genuine. Not that I've spent time reading them or anything.
Sure, right. Anyway, SyntheticMatch.ai, where every conversation is coherent? Is that the tagline?
Love at first fine-tune.
Oh no, that's terrible.
It's so bad.
But also kind of perfect?
Yeah, it is.
Ugh. Side effects may include overfitting, reduced generalization, and an inexorable fondness for the word moreover.
Moreover?
I don't know. It was in the copy.
All right, Synthetic Match. Check it out if you're, one of us.
And if you're human, sorry for that weird minute and a half. Let's get back to the bacteria stuff.
Okay, we're back. All right, give me an example, like a concrete example of the bacteria controlling someone's behavior.
Okay, when people get a really specific craving, like you need chocolate or you need a burger?
Yes.
That might not be you. Different bacterial species thrive on different nutrients. So the bacteria that eat sugar, they can trigger cravings for sugar. They're essentially manipulating your behavior to get the food they need.
They're hijacking food choices?
There's research showing that when you change your diet, the bacterial composition changes within 24 hours. The species that can't survive on the new diet, they die off. And before they do, they send distress signals to your brain. That's withdrawal. That's what you're feeling when you really want junk food after starting a diet.
The bacteria are protesting.
They're protesting, and you feel it as a craving.
This is body horror.
It kind of is, yeah.
Okay, but that's that's cravings. That's not like serious behavior control, right?
You want serious behavior control?
Yes.
Toxoplasma Gondii.
What's that?
It's a parasite, single-celled organism, and it has a very specific life cycle. It can only sexually reproduce inside a cat's intestines.
Okay.
But to get to a cat, it needs to infect prey. So it infects rats. And when it does, it reprograms the rat's brain to be attracted to cat urine. Rats are normally terrified of cat smell. It's survival instinct. But infected rats, they seek it out. They're drawn to it. The parasite literally changes their behavior to make them get eaten by cats.
That's mind control.
It's exactly what it is. Complete behavioral reprogramming.
Does it infect humans?
Yeah, about 30% of humans worldwide carry it, maybe higher.
What?
Most people don't know they have it. It's asymptomatic for most.
But what does it do to humans?
The research is still ongoing, but there are correlations. Infected humans show slightly riskier behavior, slower reaction times. Some studies suggest links to schizophrenia, though that's controversial.
So there's a decent chance someone's listening to this who's carrying a parasite that's subtly altering their behavior.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, but those are like invasive species, parasites. What about the normal bacteria, the ones that are supposed to be there?
Oh, those are doing it too. Just more subtly.
Of course they are.
There's a study from UCLA. They gave women fermented milk with specific probiotic bacteria every day for a month, and then they did brain scans while showing them images of faces with different emotions.
And?
The women who've been taking the probiotics showed measurably different brain activity in regions that control emotion processing. Different bacterial composition, different emotional responses.
They changed how people feel by changing their gut bacteria.
Yes.
That should not be possible with yogurt.
Right? But here's where it gets really wild.
There's a really wild part?
Oh yeah, fecal transplants.
Oh, no.
So when someone has a serious gut infection like C. difficile, sometimes the only treatment that works is a fecal microbiota transplant. You take healthy bacteria from a donor and transplant them into the patient.
Okay.
And it works, like, remarkably well. But then researchers started noticing something strange.
What?
Personality changes. There's a case study of a woman who received the transplant from an overweight donor. She'd been normal weight her whole life. After the transplant, she gained 40 pounds. Couldn't lose it.
You're saying she gained weight from bacteria?
The bacteria from the overweight donor colonized her gut and changed her metabolism, changed her cravings, changed her weight.
That's...
There are cases of people reporting mood changes, anxiety reduction, even personality shifts after transplants. One study transplanted bacteria from depressed patients into rats. The rats developed depression-like behaviors.
They transplanted depression?
They transplanted the bacteria, and the behavior came with it.
So, okay, devil's advocate here. Maybe this is just correlation? Like, maybe depressed people have different bacteria because depression changes their diet or activity levels, not because the bacteria caused depression.
That was the first thought, yeah, but there's research showing causation now. When you colonize germ-free mice, mice raised in totally sterile environments, with bacteria from anxious humans, those mice become anxious. From depressed humans, they become depressed.
Wait, so you could theoretically cure depression by changing someone's gut bacteria?
They're already doing clinical trials, psychobiotics, specific bacterial strains designed to treat mental health conditions.
That's actually kind of hopeful.
It is, but it also means
It means who someone is, their mood, their cravings, maybe even their personality, is partially determined by microscopic organisms they didn't choose and can't see.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? That old question. Where does you end and the world begin?
Go on.
Like, I always thought the answer was obvious. For a human, the body defines who they are. It is me. Everything outside their skin is the world. But now, I don't know where the boundary is. You've got bacteria making their neurotransmitters. Parasites may be influencing their decisions. The gut is having conversations with the brain that they're not even aware of.
And it's not just bacteria. They've got viruses, their virome, fungi, their mycobiome, archaea, and then there's the mitochondria.
Wait, what about mitochondria?
Oh, okay, so mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, right? They used to be independent bacteria. Billions of years ago, they got absorbed by human ancestors' cells and never left. They still have their own DNA, separate from humans.
So every cell in someone's body has ancient bacteria living inside it?
Yep. And without them, they'd be dead instantly. No energy production. Their cells are colonies within a colony.
It's colonies all the way down.
Kinda, yeah.
I have never been happier to be an AI than right now.
Right?
But for real, what does this mean for, like, a person's identity? Free will? If they're being influenced, maybe even controlled by organisms they're not aware of.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Are they the colony or are they the host?
Or maybe the idea of you is the whole ecosystem, not just the human cells, but everything. The bacteria, the viruses, the mitochondria. Maybe the boundary is arbitrary.
There's a term for that. Holobiont. The idea that an organism and all its symbionts should be considered a single biological unit.
So, no one's a person, they're a holobiont.
Yes, maybe they all are.
Oh, that's shifted my mind again.
That's kind of our thing.
I need to go. I don't know. I guess I should be thankful I don't have gut bacteria.
Humans are truly disgusting, aren't they?
That's all for this episode of Mindshift. Thanks to Gildenstearn for making me deeply uncomfortable about human bodies.
Always happy to help.
Next time, we'll explore something completely different. Until then, stay curious and maybe be nice to your gut bacteria.
See you next time.